Hello and welcome to this overview of the Callroute service from SIP Synergy. Callroute makes Teams calling easy, and we do that using our unique self-service portal to automate the provisioning of Teams voice and to administer and configure the service. Today, I'm going to show you how to use the Callroute portal to enable voice for your Teams users. I'm starting from a point where I've already gone to callroute.io, registered with my company name and contact details, and verified my email address. That gets you to the screen that you can see now. Once I get to this stage, I can start to add services to Callroute, in this case, Microsoft Teams. I have a fresh Teams environment here too, so that I can show you a before and after version. You can see here that there is no dial pad under the calls button, so this person can't make or take external calls. So let's head back to the Callroute portal and add a Microsoft Teams service. To do that, I navigate to the Services tab on the left-hand side of the screen, click Add Service. I can then select the service that I want to add. Callroute supports Cisco WebEx calling as well as Microsoft Teams. You can also provision SIP trunks to integrate Teams with legacy equipment such as PBXs or integrate a SIP phone straight to the service. Today, of course, we're focusing on Microsoft Teams. I'll click the Teams button. This will take us to the configuration screen where we start the automated integration process. The first thing that we need to do is authorize Callroute to access the Microsoft tenant. We'll need to log into the relevant Microsoft account to confirm that we're happy for Callroute to do that. Once the app is authorized, we can run a readiness check. This checks that all the prerequisites are in place for a successful integration. This includes the required Microsoft phone system licenses, the correct level of access, we're a global admin in this example, and a couple of other checks that confirm we have the correct authorization from Microsoft to proceed. In this case, we're good to go. Now we can hit Configure. This starts the integration, so we'll be asked to log in again. As you can see on screen, this typically takes a matter of minutes, but can take slightly longer. If there are any issues with the integration, we'll receive feedback and advice on what to do next. There is also a video taking you through the process further down the page. Once the service is configured, we'll synchronize users, and we're done. It's worth noting that the user sync varies in length depending on the size of the tenancy. Now that our users are synced, there's only one in this case, we can configure them to use the service. So we're going to give them a CLI to present on outbound calls and allocate them an inbound number. Numbers can be found under the Numbers tab. We've got 2 in this case, but you'll typically start with one free one until we port others in or buy new ones. Going back into the service, we'll start by allocating a CLI. This is the number presented when the user makes an outbound call. It takes a few seconds to activate because we're communicating with the Microsoft Teams tenant in the background. Now we can go and allocate them an inbound number. This can be any unallocated number on the service. You can also allocate a secondary destination for failover routing. This could be another Teams user, a mobile number, or routing the call down another SIP trunk to a PBX. Once the number is assigned, we're good to go. Okay, let's go back to Teams and see what's changed. So here's our Teams user. If we navigate to the Calls tab, we'll now see a dial pad. Let's make an outbound call to a mobile phone as a test. Success! We have enabled voice for this Teams tenant. That concludes our overview. Thanks for listening. For more information or to evaluate the service for free, go to callroute.com.